Hey there, Steve Rubis with another installment of Investor Relations in 2 minutes or less. Today we're going to talk about the idea of removing emotion from short attacks. A management team is free to implement any strategy or decision they see fit, and they must recognize that there is likely pain expense associated with these decisions. Good investor relations will counsel them ahead of time of what the ramifications might be. So, getting to the short attack, the best way to respond to a short attack is first remove the emotion from the short attack. The best way to do this is to think of the short attack as an overly negative perception study. The short seller has done all the work of listing and developing the hot button issues that you need to think about. Management and investor relations must then go through these lists of issues and determine which ones have validity and which ones do not matter at all. And then once you've done that exercise, you want to use this information to inform your organic addressing of the short attack, meaning allows you to focus on execution and allows you to address the short attack on your own terms through your narrative, not the short seller's narrative. And anyone who watches the market or is involved in electric vehicles knows there's a very high profile short attack out there today. And I think there are three issues around this short attack that are very teachable that executives and investor relations professionals can benefit from focusing on. So the first is the idea of a press release that's deemed positive. This company put out a press release about a high profile partnership that they certainly thought would be received positively. And it's actually probably been deemed negatively and has actually fed into the fire of the short. And in a negative environment, the executive team needs to do extra work and extra vetting of any press releases they put out to make sure that they fully understand the ramifications and what the reaction may or may not be. Second is social media. This same company is very prolific on Twitter. And in a short attack environment, you need to be careful about tweeting too much because you run the risk of running off script and feeding the short attack. And secondly, if you're tweeting too much, you send the perception at some point who is actually running the business. And then lastly is this idea of disputation. If you're going to react or respond to the shorts, you need to do it organically. Do not get into a PR battle and get into the minutiae of the short attack. Doing so only feeds into the short attack. Remember, the best thing you can do if you're facing a short attack is first remove the emotion, view the short attack as a negative perception study, identify the items that matter, and then use those items to inform how you build your investor materials so that you can respond on your own terms organically through execution and through your own narrative via your investor materials. Remember, when it comes to investor relations, I lived it, so you don't have to. Thanks for watching.